Hold on to your seats because we're about to dive into a reality TV scandal that's hotter than anything we've ever seen before. You thought you knew all about the drama, the betrayal, and the backstabbing that goes on behind the scenes. But this? This is something entirely different. A new twist has emerged that will leave your jaw on the floor. Let's talk about Kirk Frost and Mandy's Harris, two of the most iconic figures in the world of love and hip-hop. These two have been at the center of so many unforgettable moments that reality TV fans have practically come to expect drama whenever their names are mentioned. From cheating rumors to bitter family feuds, Kirk and Mandy have seen it all. But now, despite being at the heart of this explosive show for years, they're being blacklisted from reality TV altogether. And no one, not even the most seasoned fans, saw this one coming. The question on everyone's mind, what could have possibly led to this shocking turn of events? How did these two icons, whose names have become synonymous with reality TV drama, find themselves facing the harshest consequences of their careers? What happened behind closed doors to turn them from fan favorites into the industry's biggest outcasts? Well, sources are spilling tea, and it's hotter than anything we could have ever expected. The drama has taken a dark, unexpected turn, and the more we learn, the deeper and more scandalous it becomes. Trust me, by the time we're done, you'll never look at Kirk Frost and Mandy Harris the same way again. For years, these two seemed untouchable. Their ability to survive one scandal after another made them seem invincible. But as it turns out, no one is immune to the consequences of their actions, especially when you've built your career on drama and controversy. So what exactly happened? Let's break it down. Kirk Frost, a name that's almost synonymous with love and hip-hop Atlanta, was once a fan favorite. He had it all, a reputation as the bad boy turned family man. Despite his troubled past full of infidelities, cheating rumors, and the infamous baby mama drama, Kirk always seemed to bounce back. Every time the cameras caught him in a scandal, it only seemed to boost his presence on the show. No matter how deep the mess, Kirk was always there to stir things up again. Then there's Mandy Harris, a man who turned his time in prison into a comeback story. He built his legacy not just on love and hip-hop, but also on being a heartthrob with a redemption story that kept viewers glued to their screens. His complicated family life, his marriage to Yandy Smith, and his ongoing legal battles became the stuff of legend on the show. He was the ultimate example of reality TV fame, the guy you loved to hate but couldn't stop watching. Together, these two became a powerhouse couple in the world of love and hip-hop, a duo whose drama was essential to the show's success. But then, everything changed. It all started with whispers behind the scenes. Sources close to the show have revealed that the tension between Kirk and Mandy, which had been brewing for a while, finally reached its boiling point. The producers, always looking for drama to fuel the show, noticed the discord between them and decided to stoke the fire. But what happened next was far more explosive than anyone could have anticipated. The turning point came at an after-party, following a love and hip-hop reunion event. What was supposed to be a low-key night turned into a full-on disaster. It started with rumors flying about Mandy allegedly trash-talking Kirk, calling him a washed-up husband who only remained relevant because of his wife, Rasheeda. This didn't sit well with Kirk, who had spent years building his own legacy and wasn't about to let anyone take shots at him. As tensions grew, the confrontation between the two escalated quickly. What started as a verbal exchange soon turned physical. Kirk, known for his fiery temper, wasn't about to back down. The insults flew, accusations were made, and the situation spiraled out of control. Before anyone knew it, fists were flying. Kirk shoved Mandy so hard that he stumbled backward into a chair, and then the punches began to fly. The chaos was unlike anything love and hip-hop had ever seen. Chairs were knocked over, glass shattered, and the entire scene turned into a full-blown brawl. The producers, crew members, and a few other cast members rushed to break it up, but by then, the damage had already been done. This wasn't just a physical altercation, it was a career-ending moment for both men. Of course, someone pulled out a phone, and within moments, clips of the fight flooded social media. Fans were shocked. What they were seeing was a side of Kirk and Mandisi that no one had expected. The aftermath was swift. Within hours, the fight had gone viral, and everyone was taking sides. Some fans rallied behind Kirk, claiming that Mandisi had no business disrespecting an OG of the show. Others sided with Mandisi, accusing Kirk of being the aggressor. But as the public fallout continued, things quickly spiraled into even darker territory. Kirk wasn't just facing a career crisis, he was also staring down the possibility of losing his marriage. The tension between him and Rasheeda, already strained, had now reached a breaking point. Reports surfaced that Rasheeda had walked out of the event, looking calm but clearly angry. Kirk reportedly followed her into the parking lot, shouting her name and trying to grab her arm. Rasheeda, however, wasn't having it. She got into her car and drove off without saying a word, leaving Kirk standing there, humiliated. But it didn't end there. Instead of going home, Kirk reportedly went to Frost Bistro, the restaurant he co-owned with Rasheeda, and drank heavily at the bar. Sources close to the situation say that Kirk was overheard saying, "She's overreacting. I didn't even do anything that bad." But here's where things get really juicy. Kirk wasn't alone that night. According to reports, he called his longtime side chick, Jasmine Washington, and less than an hour later, she showed up at Frost Bistro. Yes, that Jasmine. The same woman who Kirk had an affair with and fathered a child with back in 2017, effectively turning his marriage into a public circus. Now, she was back in the picture and things were about to get even messier. Multiple witnesses claim that Jasmine and Kirk were seen sitting together at the bar, talking closely for over an hour. One witness even claimed that Jasmine was rubbing Kirk's shoulder and whispering in his ear. It was clear that, despite the public mess he had just caused, Kirk was moving forward with his affair like it was no big deal. But the drama didn't stop there. Paparazzi caught wind of the situation and showed up just in time to snap photos of Kirk and Jasmine leaving Frost Bistro together. The pictures, as you can imagine, went viral almost immediately. Fans and tabloids alike couldn't get enough of the scandal. By the next morning, the headlines were everywhere. Kirk Frost moves on with baby mama Jasmine after alleged attack on Rasheeda. Rasheeda, of course, saw the pictures and insiders claimed that she had finally reached her breaking point. Word on the street was that she was meeting with a high-profile divorce attorney. It seemed that Kirk was about to lose everything. Kirk, in full panic mode, reportedly bombarded Rasheeda with calls and texts, trying to salvage what was left of their relationship. But Rasheeda wasn't answering. In fact, sources claimed that she had blocked him on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, and even WhatsApp. Meanwhile, Jasmine gave an exclusive interview, spilling the tea on her and Kirk's ongoing relationship. According to her, Kirk had promised to take care of her financially, and had been funneling money from his joint accounts with Rasheeda to support her and their son. It was clear that Kirk was in deep, and it looked like he wasn't going to be able to dig himself out of this one. As the fallout from the scandal spread, sources began to whisper about something even bigger. Kirk and Mandisi's careers were finished. Rumors were swirling that both men were being blacklisted from reality TV with no network willing to take the risk on them. They had become liabilities, too much drama, too many enemies. Their reputations were in tatters, and the reality TV world was turning its back on them. Kirk and Mandisi were no longer the darlings of love and hip-hop. Their days in the spotlight seemed numbered, and their future in the industry looked bleak. Their empire was crumbling, and no one was willing to give them a second chance. So, what's next for these two reality TV giants? Will they be able to bounce back from this scandal, or is this the end of the road for their careers? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The drama surrounding Kirk Frost and Mandisi Harris is far from over.